Welcome, everyone, to the SERL Domino's Pizza Truck Series, Season 2, Race 25, or in other words, the second to last race of the season, at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, in front of a crowd of 131,000, ready to witness what I think is going to be one of the most exciting races of the season. Why do I say that? Well, go watch last season's event. It was truly something that even I did not expect. The racing was super close. The action was intense. One bad move, and they could wipe out 10, 15 trucks or cars. And why is that? Well, it's because we had pack racing. But to me, this pack racing is not exactly the same pack racing I think we would see at Daytona or Talladega or any other type of super speedway or just big track in general. The super speedway racing, it's super close. We almost have like drivers that are like drafting in a snake. The bottom is the way to go, so you better be on the bottom. That's how you're gonna move. And I think that we also could be in for a lot of lead changes, maybe even a record amount of lead changes uh the depending on how long the green flag runs are. And speaking of green flag runs, the green flag runs a season ago, they didn't last that long. Why? It's because we had 3 cautions in the 27-lap event, and they were all 4 big ones. Why? Because of the pack racing I just mentioned about. But to me, these big ones did have an effect that almost wouldn't really matter last season because this race 1 season ago was the 3rd to last race, not the 2nd to last race. And to me, because this race is the 2nd to last race, this is the race, in my opinion, where the championship is won or lost. And now let's get into that. We currently have 5 drivers that all have a mathematical shot of winning this championship. Clevcraft in the points leader, Garrett Sinner 2nd place in points, Abe Troxell, Payne Keys, last week's winner, and Mason Jefferson. But realistically, it's only 2 drivers, Clevcraft and Garrett Sinner. Why is it realistically? Well, because out of those 5, those are the only 2 that are within a full race. And basically, when I say within a full race, I mean 37 points or less. And so what do drivers like Abe Troxell, Payne Keys, and Mason Jefferson need? What do they need to do? Well, I think what they need to do is that they're going to have some luck on their side. I think they're going to have to hope that something really bad happens to Clevcraft and Garrett Sinner that allows them to not worry about them at all. But also at the same time, they have to be sure that they finish strong. And it looks like these 2 drivers start in the back of the field, which pretty much the back of the field, it's not the place. It's not the place where we want to be. But actually, really, there's not really a safe place because last season we saw Rex start in the middle. Last season we saw Rex that happened in the middle of the field. Last season we had Rex that happened in the front of the field and the back of the field. So I don't really think any spot is safe. Also, in that race, I'm gonna bring the topic back to our points leader in 2nd place in points, Clevcraft. Clevcraft starts in the back, starts in the 30th spot. Garrett Sinor, who was in a very similar position 1 season ago, 2nd place in points behind Charles Belly. And actually, Garrett Sinor, he had a very strong car all day, but he also had a pretty eventful day. He started on the outside pole, I believe, fell back, actually caused the first wreck, which actually took out Charles Beldy, who would eventually go on to win the championship. And Garrett Sinor, he almost won the race, finishing in the 4th position, but was in the lead, I think, on the final lap or 2nd to final lap. So Garrett Sinor, I think that he does know how to get up to the front and win at this racetrack. The thing about it though is that can he survive everything? That's gonna be the thing. And now, this is one of the longest previous intros, if not the longest ever. Let's get these trucks rolling off. So here is the starting lineup for the 2nd to last race of the season. On the pole, Matt Hotchkiss, his 2nd career pole. His first pole was all the way back on race number 5. Dean Orrin starts 2nd, but very quickly, these starting positions are probably going to mean very little because I think that we're going to have a lot passing and a lot of lead changes, like I said in the previous show. And here is where the rest of the field will start. And as you can see, Cloud Crafton starts 30th, Garrett Sidnor starts in the 20th spot. So this is going to be interesting. Both of them are kind of in the danger zone. And pretty much one final note. A lot in racing, anything can happen. And a lot will happen in these races. And now, as the pace truck pulls down pit road, and for the second time ever at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, these trucks come out turn number 4 and take the green flag. We are green at the 1.5 mile oval. Matt Hotchkiss gets a great start, but now he's going to move up to the high side, and already we're starting to see a little bit of that drafting. But Matt Hotchkiss, he's actually pulled away just a little bit, but the rest of these competitors, I think they should be able to reel him in pretty soon. Dean Orton is getting a push from Lonnie Mills Jr. The first driver on the inside is Aiden Saunders in the 0-2. And as I go to the back of the field, I see Luke Walker and Kyle Kaminsky. They make it 3 wide, and as time goes on, the longer this green flag run goes, we will see more and more 3 wide. Now Leah Walker is going to give it a try to the inside. As I see Garrett Sinner, he's still stuck on the high side. And here comes Leah Walker to the inside of Dean Orton, and maybe to the inside of Matt Hotchkiss. Clive Crafton is also stuck on the outside as well. He's gonna have to look for a hole to the bottom in just a minute. They are 3 wide behind them. Jacob Reed in the middle. Elgin Mills, a driver who fell out of the top 10 points after last week's performance at Bridgehampton. And here we go, our first lead change of the day. Matt Hotchkiss led the lap, but he won't lead this next one. Here comes Leah Walker. Charles Belding in the 68, a driver that actually crashed out in the race down the backstretch. It was the first strike of the day. Now Dale Scott in the 31 goes to the inside. Here comes Bobby Una, Riley Smith, Cameron Garlington. And I'm honestly surprised that we've actually been able to stay green this entire time. Watch out. Kendall Demeljic. Nah, okay. Okay, so Leah Walker leads this lap. And just like Matt Hotchkiss, she actually is able to pull away. I see Kyle Kaminsky in the 4, making now 3 wide. Oh, that may not work. Better hope everyone gives each other enough room. Here comes Luke Walker in the number 10, trying to take a peek underneath Cameron Garlington, and makes the pass. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa, man, 3 wide, more 3 wide this time by Dale Scott, Bobby Una. Behind them, we're gonna show it. I see Garrett Sinor here. He's now in the middle, and where's Clive Crafton? I think Clive Crafton is actually moving to the front. Yes, he is. He's on the bottom. Look at that, Dale Scott. He was just battling for the lead not too long ago, and now he's already dropping back. We're gonna see this all day long. A ton of comers and goers. Oh, Kendall Demel. Oh, how are they all saving it? How are they all saving it? We are now 4 wide here. Payne Keys, Dean Orton, Bobby Una. Oh, they get together. Not good. Not good. Not good. They save it again. More contact, which we've seen it too. Oh no, not good. Here they go. There they go. Right in front of Clive Crafton. Oh my goodness. How are they saving it? Okay, Kendall Minor back in front of Bruno Hedgehog. How did they not wreck? And speaking of, we now have a third different leader. It is now Luke Walker, as we have just from the last couple. Oh, and Johnny Murphy looks like he has lost the pack a little bit. But anyway, we are still green at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Clive Crafton. I think Clive Crafton. I think what Clive Crafton is trying to do is get up to the front and maybe try to lead a lap. And now Luke Walker now has that gap between himself and second place. Jim Kelly in the number 8, a driver that has not had a whole lot of luck all season long. Behind him, Connor Breen in the 07, Mason Jefferson in the 98. This is what he needs to do. He needs to get himself up front. But oh, there they go! There they go! Clive Crafton avoids it. Huge crash behind them. Garrett Sinor also got through it. It wasn't actually. Oh, Justin Talab was some heavy damage. But anyway, so the crash wasn't actually as big as I thought it was. Anyway, we got drivers on the apron. Whoa, watch out! But Clive Crafton and Garrett Sinor did avoid it. and so now our first caution of the day is out. And the driver that will lead all of these caution laps and is going to put himself in a good position to maybe lead the most laps, Luke Walker. But let's take a closer look and see what happened. Justin obviously got the most damage. I guess Ian Saunders, yeah, I think he was also up front maybe. And a few other drivers, but overall, a crash that could have been a huge crash didn't end up being a huge crash. But like I said, now let's get an instant replay. Heading into turn number 1, Daniel Wills tries to go inside Jacob Reed, but it's too close to him. The two of them make contact, and look at this. They come right down on Club Crafton, Dean Orton. And so Club Crafton, he did get a piece of this, but he was able to keep the car under control. Dean Orton gets spun by Payne Keys right up in front of Justin Tolopis, and Justin Tolopis, he just had nowhere to go. Riley Smith got a piece of it, Charles Billing got a piece of it, and overall, yeah, so actually a pretty small crash that really only took out, like, maybe 4 or 5 drivers. Maybe only 4 or 5 drivers, but Justin Tolopis, he did get the worst of it, and I think that might be enough damage to maybe take him out of the race, and that's a shame. But anyway, now let's go on board some drivers. I don't know if this is really that great of an angle, but let's use it anyway. Johnny Worth did not have an issue, he just simply lost the lead draft, but it actually worked in his favor. And he also came super close to hanging several drivers, so a pretty nice record points for Johnny Worth. Kendall Domino did lose a lot of positions, but he is at least glad that he's not going to have to go behind the wall. Right next to him, Garrett Sinor. As expected, Justin Tolopis is out of the race. He will finish dead last, and pretty much I don't see anyone on this part of the list that was up front and had to pit. So I think when we go back to the green flag, which will be in just a second, I think that we're probably still gonna have that huge pack of like 30 plus trucks. So if you thought the intensity of this race was going to slow down, think again. But it might take a while because they are restarting single file. Anyway, Luke Walker leads us back to the green flag. If anyone knows how to put himself in a position and knows how to race in the pack and put themselves in a position to win, ask Luke Walker. He won the season opening race at Daytona. But anyway, Connor Breen in a 07, a driver that won all the way back at Lime Rock Park, race number 3, and has yet to visit victory lane since then. Now look at this. He now comes to the inside of Luke Walker in the 10, and now we're starting to see more of that 2 and 3 wide racing. 3 wide are here for 3rd place, Mason Jefferson, Kyle Kaminsky, and Daniel Voiles. Daniel Voiles in the 6, he won. I'm trying to remember where he won. I think it was on a road course. Darn it, I forget. But anyway, now our new leader is now Connor Breen, and behind them I do see Club Crafton on the outside, stuck on the outside, and so now he's gonna drop spots, and a couple rows behind this we do have Garrett Sinor in the 29 on the inside. But overall, even though it's been a pretty intense race in terms of cautions or just or in terms of wrecks, it's been fairly calm. But anyway, now Luke Walker, now he goes back to the point. Daniel Voiles in the 6, ready to pounce. Kendall Minor in the 20, a driver who's yet to score his first career victory. Another driver that has also yet to score his first career victory is Abe Troxell. He's in the middle of this championship hunt. Daniel Voiles now he goes to the high side. Jim Kelly, he's now back up front. I see Payne Keys, the winner last week at Bridgehampton, and I think it was that win that has put himself in the picture as of right now. And if he can get this good finish, he could possibly be within a full race. But but we still have several more laps to go. Luke Walker continues to lead. Can Abe Troxell do anything to Luke Walker? He might need some help. He might need some help from Payne Keys. Payne Keys is currently getting some of that help from Cameron Gallatin. Riley Smith in the 4, a driver that is also yet to win. And behind them, Jimmy Johns, Philip Goldberg, all around here battling for 10th place. And now we're here. I see Garrett Sinner. So now Garrett Sinner, he's now in front of Club Crafton and currently going somewhere. Whoa. And right behind Garrett Sinner is his teammate, Andrew Gorman. But anyway, up front, I've noticed a lead change. Abe Troxell led the lap, but now Cameron Gallatin, he could lead this lap. Riley Smith to the bottom. Mason Jefferson pushing him. Kyle Kaminsky, he's been having a fairly up and down day. And just simply look at all this pushing, look at all this drafting right here. It is so crucial. If you lose the draft, your chances of winning are pretty much over. And now let's see, Riley Smith, he led that lap, and now look at this, Mason Jefferson. So I think now we're possibly in a cycle where we could have a different leader every single lap. Mason Jefferson goes to the high side. That opens the door for Kyle Kaminsky. Here comes Phil Goldberg in the 35. 3 wide for the lead, and Phil Goldberg, he's gonna take it. Oh my goodness! Watch out. The more these drivers get 3 wide, the more nervous I get. But anyway, Phil Goldberg, he led the lap. Now here comes Jimmy Johns in the 58 driver that I feel like I haven't talked too much about this season. He's now gonna take the lead. Here comes Biff Crafton in the 54 driver, who unfortunately, after suffering 2 bad weeks, the last 2 weeks, he unfortunately fell out of the picture. Now here comes Garrett Sinor. Can Garrett Sinor lead a lap? If Garrett Sinor can lead a lap, he's 1 point closer to. He gains 1 point on Club Crafton. Club Crafton, he's just kind of. He's just behind this lead draft. You might see him on screen every now and then. I think he's possibly waiting for something to happen, so he can avoid it. But anyway, Leia Walker now to the point. Here comes Garrett Sinor in the 29. Can Garrett Sinor get by him? No. Garrett Sinor gives up the bottom to Bruno Hedgehog. Now Garrett Sinor is gonna be placed in. Now he's gonna be placed in a bad position. Here comes Matt Hoskins, the pole center, pushing Bruno Hedgehog. Lyon Mills Jr. behind him. And here we go. We just have 6 more laps to go at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. If a caution comes out right now, it could set us up for a restart, which with maybe one or two more laps left to go. As Bruno Hedgehog, he's really holding up the outside. Not good for Garrett Sinor. Not a sight that he wants to see at all. Anyway, so who's gonna get really aggressive? Who's gonna make that daring move in the final few laps? But, oh, here we go. Riley Smith. Okay, Riley Smith. Him and Cameron Gallatin left each other enough room. And meanwhile, out front is still Leia Walker. And now I believe Club Crafton. Where's he? I think he's actually. Oh, there we go. We have a crash. It involves Garrett Sinor. Garrett Sinor did suffer some damage in his crash, but he kept it going. Is the caution now? Garrett Sinor did suffer some damage. Oh, and there we go. The caution's out. Did it involve Club Crafton? No, Club Crafton was able to avoid it. Oh, Kendall Maynor, Johnny Worth, Bobby Una, William Befford involved. Oh my goodness. Garrett Sinor had one hell of a save. And so I believe, do you know what? This race might be over. Leia Walker might have just won this race. But anyway, 1 lap ago, we saw an accident. And I don't know if that was the accident that aroused the caution, or if it was the accident that happened coming out of turn number 4. But anyway, really close calls for both Garrett Sinor and Club Crafton. And the way things are right now, Club Crafton, he could finish 26 if this race were there right now, and Garrett Sinor would finish 21st. But anyway, let's take a look and see what happened. A season ago, Garrett Sinor hooked someone. 1 season later, someone hooks Garrett Sinor, and that somebody is Jimmy Johns. And Jimmy Johns hooks Garrett Sinor down into Kenny Hamlin. Then for a moment, these two, they kind of just sit here. But then Kenny Hamlin forces Garrett Sinor up the racetrack, and then Garrett Sinor tries to go up, but Kyle Kaminsky, I think it's Kyle Kaminsky, he has nowhere to go. Is it Kakamiski? I think it's actually Biff Crafton. It is Biff Crafton. But anyway, so Garrett Sinor, he did make contact with the wall, so will he have to pit? If he pits, he will lose positions. But anyway, behind them, uh, Kendall Minor, who got hooked by Club Crafton hooks Kendall Minor down into Eric Almahart, and boy, Club Crafton, he came so close. But anyway, so but behind them, things got really ugly when first Eric Almahart went up into William Bedford. Oh my goodness, William Bedford got stuck in the wall and in the fence. Bobby Una had nowhere to go. Blaine Keys barely avoided this crash. And so did Hayden Jefferson and Dale Scott. But oh my goodness, this was actually a much more violent crash than what I thought it was. But anyway, now let's go on board some drivers. If Club Crafton wins this championship, he's probably going to look back at this moment, this race, as the moment where his championship hopes were saved and where he won the championship. Because why? He was able to avoid both of these crashes. Okay, so it's not right there. No harm, no foul. But anyway, right here, things got bad. If Garrett Sinor is able to finish where he was it took the caution, which was 5 spots ahead of Club Crafton, it's not exactly going to be the day that he exactly wanted or needed in order for him to have a better shot at winning this championship. But it was one incredible save. I feel for William Bedford just because it has just been a very struggling season, and a lot of times he's just been in situations like this, and just has not been fun to watch. One thing I didn't catch until I took a really hard look at it is how Eric Almahart did flip, but he also got hit in the driver's door by Johnny Worth. See, he hits the wall, and right here, just gets nailed by Johnny Worth. Goes over, and Eric Almahart, he's probably not gonna be feeling well for at least the next couple days. This race is over. It will end under caution, and Leia Walker is our winner. This is her second win this season. Her first win this season came back at Gateway, where she won in a last lap pass. And honestly, I didn't really think that Leia Walker actually had a chance, so it did actually catch me off guard. Lion Mills Jr., Daniel Wales, Payne Keys, Ben Braley, Luke Walker, Matt Hoskins, Andrew Gorman, Jacob Reed, Mason Jefferson. That rounds off the top 10. And when I look at the point standings, you might have noticed just before I showed the replay of Philip Goldberg being in between Garrett Sinor and Club Crafton. Well, Philip Goldberg had to make a pit stop. I don't know if he ran over the rear or what exactly happened, but he did have to make a pit stop. And because he was in front of Club Crafton, that was 1 point Club Crafton did gain. So now instead of Garrett Sinor closing the gap by 5 points, it's now only by 4 points. But also the thing to mention here is this. I don't know if he's gonna make it into the picture, but Payne Keys did finish 4th. And that's far ahead of Club Crafton and Garrett Sinor. So these past several weeks, I've been talking a lot about, the two-man race, which really has been the two-man race ever since Charlotte ended. But while I can't exactly just sit here and try to estimate, because that would kind of take a long time, I think it's going to be a three-way battle between Club Crafton, Garrett Sinor, and Payne Keys. Possibly. I don't really know yet. And as far as the other two drivers, out of the 5 drivers that were still in the that still had a mathematical shot, Mason Jefferson finished. Where did he finish? He finished 10th. I don't think that's going to be enough. Abe Troxell in the 28th. In the 28 car, where did he finish? Where is he? Why can't I find him? Oh my goodness. Oh, he finished 12th. So yeah. I also don't actually. He might. I think it might be a little bit of a long shot. But I think that because Abe Troxel did finish several positions of both Clove Crafton and Garrett Sinwar, I think that he actually might have just jumped into the picture. But 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 like I said, I don't quite know. I do know that Garrett Sinwar and Clove Crafton they will definitely be in this, but I don't know about maybe Payne Keys or Abe Troxel. So this is gonna so this is gonna be interesting. So definitely don't stop the video now. Um, you can even zoom. You can even skip all the way to the point stands if you want to. But anyway, it looks like we could have a 4 truck battle into Armory the Digital Super Speedway, which that race it's going to be a pretty intense race. And if you have yet and if you have yet to see this track, you can look it up, or actually maybe don't look it up, you know, because I think that you will be pretty surprised. But anyway, I would like to thank everyone for watching this race. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and bye. Congrats to Leia Walker.